What's going on, guys? We're here, this segment of Dugout Talk. We're here with Rob Whalen, former big leaguer. Appreciate you coming on.
No problem, man.
Grew up a Mets fan. You were drafted by the Mets. Talk about that whole experience of being drafted by a team that you grew up watching.
Yeah, parents from New York, from Queens specifically. So just grew up a big New York sports fan, Mets particularly. And grew up watching Mike Piazza and idolizing that guy. So getting drafted by them was kind of a dream come true, man. Storybook writing right there. So that was a really cool experience. That whole draft process was awesome. And then being there for about 4 years was, like I said, man, literally a dream come true.
Right. Now you were involved in the trade with Kelly Johnson and Lonnie Uribe. Talk about getting traded, how tough that was for you at the initial trade there.
At first, it was kind of shocking. Didn't see it coming at all. I was in high at the time. I remember being on the bus coming back from Brevard during a rain out and kind of seeing it on TV on MLB Network and getting all the phone calls or whatever. But going back to being a Mets fan, getting drafted by your favorite team, you think you're gonna be like Derek Jeter, be there your whole career. Right. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. But no, it was an awesome opportunity with the Braves, and luckily I got to have a great year with them the next year in 2016, and the rest is history.
Right now, the Braves called you up to the big leagues in 2016. Talk about that call-up story when you first found out, and how exciting that was for you.
Man, that was another crazy year. I was coming off a big double knee surgery that off season, and so just for the opportunity to start my season Double A after kind of my high A season getting cut short, it was a big boost in my confidence that they kind of believed in my abilities that I was showing in spring, even though I was kind of still rehabbing. So that was awesome. Had a really good year there. Spent most of the season there, and we had guys moving up all year. I think the big league team was kind of struggling at the time, and we had a lot of good young players that were doing their thing and earning spots, and so they got opportunities. And so doing my thing in Double A, I got a promotion to Triple A at the end of July, and if my season would have ended there, that would have been awesome. Just to be 22 years old, get a chance to pitch in Triple A. Made 3 starts there. Again, they went pretty well, and just kind of blindsided by this opportunity to go to the big leagues not too long later. So just extremely thankful for that opportunity there. Loved my time in Atlanta. That was just a surreal moment, something that just happened so fast. And, you almost don't get a chance to take it all in and realize where you're at that moment.
Right. Now, who are some of the guys who really helped you out when you got to the big leagues, who really took you under their wing?
We had a pretty young team, to be honest, up there. So there's a lot of guys just kind of grouping together, looking out for each other. Our rotation at the time, I believe Tehran was hurt, so he was the real veteran of the pitching rotation. So, I think the only guy who had any extended period of time at that point was Mike Fultonevich, and I think he was in like year 2. Okay. So there's a lot of young guys in the rotation. So we just kind of looked out for each other, but I had some good locker mates. Chase Darno was next to me, and he was awesome. And then Anthony Recker, who I got to know a little bit when he was with the Mets up to that point. He caught a few of my games up there, and Tyler Flowers was another catcher who was really good to the young guys. So I was just kind of learning and keeping my mouth shut as long as I could. Right.
Now, you racked up a bunch of strikeouts. You recorded your first big league hit, too.
Yeah,
that must have been a pretty interesting time, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was I like to joke that's my favorite stat. I got more big league hits than I do wins as a pitcher. Right. I got 2 of them. So, yeah, I always wanted to be a hitter, honestly. Growing up, I loved playing third base, playing catcher. Okay. Never really saw myself as a pitcher. So, getting to hit, that was really, really cool.
Right. Would you be able to take us through your pitch grips? Got
Sure.
the ball right here.
Sure, man.
There you go.
All right, so real simple, man. We got 4 seam. I go backwards C. A lot of people, you see the C there, backward C. I go across that way. Sometimes if I want a little cut to a lefty, I just kind of offset it. Nothing too crazy there. Big sinker ball guy. I used to be traditional on the 2 seams. Now I kind of work more of a 1-seamer here. And then curveball, real unique. I've had the same grip since I was about, 10 years old in Little League. I've thrown a curveball like this. It's not your traditional curveball grip. It's not catching a whole lot of seams, honestly. But it works for me. It's a good feel in my hand, and I like the break I get to and the differential in speed that I get off my slider. Right. And then a little bit of a split changeup. It's kind of my 4th pitch right now. As a starter, you like to have that 4th pitch, or just something to kind of get off the breaking ball. Right. So as a reliever, I haven't used it too much, but now as a starter, I'm trying to get more and more involved in my game plans.
Last thing I want to talk to you about is the kind of pressure that comes up with baseball. Younger players out there, what would you say to them who are dealing with pressure? Maybe it's from internal pressure that they're creating for themselves. Maybe it's external from a coach, somebody who may be really getting on them. What would you say to them in order to keep things cool and just play the game they love?
Yeah, I think it's it's a tough world we live in nowadays with expectations that we put on ourselves as human beings. We have social media that's a great tool for many reasons, but I think it also does a detriment to especially younger kids. Especially Instagram. A lot of us know, like, you look at Instagram, you think everyone's life's perfect all the time, and if you're not in that spot at that moment in your life, you're failing or whatever it is. And it's the same thing in competition. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone develops at different paces. We grow up at different sizes, different times. I remember I didn't really hit a growth spurt until I was a freshman in high school. Up to that point, I was pretty roly-poly-oly. I'm still kind of a thick guy, but then, I was like 5'8", and then all of a sudden overnight, it seemed like I was 6'1". Yeah. So guys develop at different rates, and just always try to be the best version of yourself, and not try to be anybody else. I think when I got to the big leagues, and I was starting to experience failures because I was trying to be somebody I wasn't. In the sense of I was trying to live up to this big league expectation, be like, oh my goodness, I got to be just as good as Greg Maddux was, all these guys, and I got to be able to, like we talked about, command locating my pitches all the time, and if I don't do that, I'm not going to be successful. So I just put way too much pressure on myself to succeed right away instead of going through the process of, hey, I was still 22, I still had a lot to learn and understanding where I was at that moment. So like the saying now, just be where your feet are now and understand, hey, this is the end all be all, this isn't the end product. So just enjoy where you are now and just make the most of it.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, we are back here on this segment of Dugout Talk with McKenzie Mills.
When I first got dropped out of high school, the one thing was a rude awakening was baseball became a job. It became a full schedule, so it was definitely an adjustment. I remember, I think my first week, get to the field by 6, practice, games at 1, games done at 4, and then, I think I remember, like I said, for the first week I was in my bed for about a week straight at 4 o'clock, didn't wake up at all. It was a grind. You got the heat. First time playing 9 innings. Like I said, going from high school to professional baseball was definitely a challenge. Definitely was an adjustment. Took me a couple years to make that adjustment, and then in my 3rd year, I hit a stride and things got started to understand the importance of a routine.
Talk about the differences between the organizations and how they went about doing things.
If I had to choose out of all the organizations I've been in, I'll say probably the Nationals are probably my favorite. Like I said, now because it looks like I got a lot of buddies there. One thing about the front office and the coaching, they really care. They really give you an opportunity. With the Phillies, I enjoyed my time there too. They showed me the importance of conditioning, the importance of staying in shape, nutrition, and overall, just helping them out with pitching mechanics and stuff like that. Right. And then with the Marlins, it was definitely cool. They really tried to create a culture there. Definitely, like I said, a lot of good buddies. Love what they were trying to create, the atmosphere they were trying to put there, and for the most part.
I've always heard the Phillies were big on conditioning and running and all that type of stuff. What did they make you go through with that?
Though that's one organization where I'd say you can't be out of shape. Like I said, I'm a bigger guy. I know I got to go in this offseason and really try to transform my body, but that was the one organization where I knew I could not be out of shape. Every organization, for the most part, has a conditioning test, and their conditioning test is a full pole there and back. They'll have a cone at the end of the other foul pole. Got to round it and come back, and you got to do that in about 1:20, about 6 times, and that will definitely test your manhood.
The hitters that you faced in Double-A, High A, the differences between that. How do you feel the hitters change when it comes to Double-A?
I think in High A you're allowed to make more mistakes. Like I said, the importance of throwing off speed, changeups. There's not much of a difference in terms of hitters just when they get their pitch or when you make a mistake, they capitalize it more times out of not. When I was in Double-A, the biggest thing I struggled with was I had a good fastball, 92 to 95. But anytime I fell behind in counts, you throw a 2-0 fastball, 3-1 fastball, hitters know it's coming, velocity or not, it's going to get hit. Right. So that's the importance of being able to command your off speed, your curveball or slider, 0-0, 2-1 behind in counts, being able to throw a changeup. So I think the difference thing is that it's not the hitters are just that much better. Hitters are hitters. All hitters are hunting fastballs, even in the big leagues. It's just how do you allow them to respect your other pitches. Right. So if you can make them respect your breaking ball, if you can make them respect your changeup, then you're gonna have more success, more ground balls, more flyouts, more strikeouts.
Right. We got a ball right here. Could you show us your pitch grips? What you got?
Yeah. I have a regular 4-seam fastball. I threw a 2-seam, but on the Rapsodo, pretty much the same. Like I said, I get a lot of run to it, some good spin rate. I throw a circle change right here.
Right.
Circle change, pronated off that finger, so you get the good dive to it. Slider.
Right, right. Awesome. Is that more of a back foot slider?
Fortunately, I've hit a couple righties in the foot, and that's got my manager a little frustrated sometimes. But yeah, like I said, 2 strikes. I try to think lower target, and then like I said, it has a lot of horizontal break. Then for a strike, try to start it a little bit higher, just let it fall in there. But like I said, it's either it's here, sometimes it's here. So as long as I'm in that range, then yeah, pretty much over there.
Right, right.
Yeah.
We got some of your cards here. I've got to show you from time in the minor leagues. Talk about a couple of these. You remember when these were taken?
Yeah, that one. I think I had to start that day, or I think I was going to start the next day. That was the Heritage Series. Like I said, that was my second baseball card. And like I said, it was a hot day. I think that was like June or July. So yeah, that was 2018.
18?
Yeah.
We got this one right here. Phillies uniform right there. Photoshop that, or was that real?
Oh, they got to be photoshopped. That. A really, really breakout year. Like I said, I've been a top prospect for 3 organizations, but like I said, that year was the one year where I really guys were okay. He has potential to really play in the big leagues or at least contribute. And like I said, I was able to get the card deal. I think I signed 2,000 cards.
Okay.
I signed a whole lot, but yeah. That was really cool. I have those at the house.
Right, and the last one here, top 30 prospects here with the Phillies.
Yeah, back when baseball was a little bit easy. Well, it wasn't that long ago. Baseball's still a fun sport.
Right, right.
But yeah, like I said, it was definitely cool. The one thing that I pride myself on is trying to be the best person I can be. Like I said, being a top prospect, a guy that is recognized as a possible contributor in a big league uniform, that meant a lot. So I'm happy I worked hard to, achieve that.
Right, right. Now, how do these card deals work? Is it with your agent? They get that deal for you?
Yeah, like I said, my first card, the second one, the Bowman, Topps actually, they messaged me, they DM'd me. They said, hey, we have some baseball cards we want you to sign. Who's your agent? Then they got in contact with my agent, and then they told me, hey, they compensate you money-wise, but they'll give you an amount of cards to sign. Somebody will come to your house, they'll sit there and they'll watch you sign a lot of cards and, sign them. And then, that's about it. Yeah.
Your hand hurt after that one.
Oh, it was a lot, but it was a cool experience. Like I said, I said, my mom was there. She was just like, oh, this is crazy. My son has a baseball card. My dad was psyched out about it. Whole family, it's cool. I still get fan mail to this day.
Right.
So yeah, like I said, hopefully, like I said, I get the opportunity, and God allows me to get another baseball card with another team.
Right, right. Last thing for you, I want to talk about your tattoo right here on your forearm. You got a quote right there.
Yeah.
What we got?
My forearm. This is I read it every single time before I pitch. If you don't have confidence in yourself, it tries to defeat in the race of life. It's a quote by Marcus Garvey. Continue to have confidence in whatever you do, not just baseball, life in general. Have confidence, and you'll succeed.
Love it. You got a couple others too?
Yeah. I got this one. Big tattoo. It's like an angel.
Right.
All things are possible to those that believe. And I just recently got this one, Sonder. I like the quote. It's by one of my favorite music artists, Brett Faiyaz. And the word means the realization that every passerby lives a life just as complex as yours.
Wow.
So, yeah. As vivid and complex as yours. Yeah, that's it. So, like I said, I like quotes like that.
Right.
If I get another one, my mom will kill me. But like I said, just those 3 for the most part. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
We are back here on Dugout Talk with a member of the Washington Wild Things, Ryan Hennen. Appreciate you coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Now, I want to talk about your college days to start off. Talk about where you played and how that experience was playing there.
So I started at Century College, which is in Minnesota, where I'm from. And then I played there in 2017 and 18. And then I went to University of North Carolina, Greensboro in 2019. So,
now, prior to the season, where did you play? Were you playing summer ball anywhere?
I was playing in an amateur team back home.
Wow.
So it wasn't college, it wasn't professional, it was just,
right.
So.
What was that jump like then from that league to here in the Frontier League?
It was a big jump. I mean, but overall transitioned pretty well and enjoying my time out here in Washington. So
you have one heck of a year here in Washington. ERA, just above 2, 100+ innings pitched. What do you feel went right for you this year?
Most games I've been able to command the strike zone pretty good, throw all my pitches for strikes, and I'm thankful that I have the defense I do behind me and the catcher's calling the game. So Yeah,
Right.
get to the end.
I got a ball right here. Could take us through some of your pitch grips?
Oh yeah. So I got a four seam here. Changeup, which more than likely is my best pitch here. I use it pretty often, is right here. Then I spike my curveball, something like that, and then I got my slider here. So
Beautiful.
that's that.
Now, what situations do you like to go to each pitch in? Is your two-strike pitch mostly your changeup then, since it's your most comfortable?
It can be. I throw my changeup a lot when I'm behind in counts.
Okay.
You know, and more so fastball counts to kind of get them out in front and get some weak contact and just kind of some easy rollovers or lazy pop flies. So, curveball I can use it to strike somebody out. It's not my best pitch. The same with my slide.
Last thing for you today, advice to younger players. What would you say to them?
Just believe in yourself. I mean, have fun with the game. Day in, day out, put in the work that needs to be done and see where you can take it. I mean, it's a beautiful game. It's a lot of fun. Get to know your teammates, have fun with them on and off the field. So, thank you.
See you guys later.